Hi Aries, Amanda here. Welcome to Unseen Hands Healing. This is going to be your shift reading for the month of October. We're looking at the shift from Virgo season into Libra season, from this internal hermit mode, inward focus, to more of an external focus on our connections with others, on finding balance, equilibrium, okay? All Libran kind of energies. So when I was meditating on your energy, before we get into your shift, which is like the shape you're shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shape looks and feels like for you. I was feeling, I felt wind rustling through the trees, and like I felt the trees sort of swaying with the winds blowing through the trees, and then I felt the leaves, specifically the leaves rustling, and I saw like leaves flipping back and forth. You know how the underside of a leaf is often pale and the front is like bright and dense in color? I kind of saw that back and forth. And then I felt that you could smell something being brought to you on the wind. You know how an animal, the breeze will blow through and the animal will smell the wind, smell the smells being carried in the air? There's change happening, Aries, and you can smell it. That's what I'm getting. The winds of change. Fall brings change. It really does. So let's get into this for you, Aries. What's the shape that Aries is shifting out of in the month of October? Okay, yes, Aries, you shift out of this space, okay? This is Two of Swords energy. This is that indecisive, stuck energy. This is energy of feeling like you don't know how to progress forward, or like something is in your way, or you're being blocked somehow. Often this person is blindfolded, they can't quite see the way forward, or they keep vacillating between two different types of energies, feeling like your energy is torn in some way. I think you're getting clarity, Aries. I think you're getting clarity. You're coming out of this void is what I'm actually getting, because this person is not standing on anything. See that? The whole background of the card is just like space. And when you're in Two of Swords energy, it really can feel like you're just like in this freaking void of like, I don't know how to move forward and I can't get out of my head. Yay, you're shifting out of that space, okay? So what is Aries shifting into? What comes next? What is Aries shifting into? What is the shape? Two cards. Yes. This is so exciting. This is like the exact opposite of the Taurus reading I just did. You're shifting out of the Nine of Wands and in, Nine of Wands being associated with the Two of Swords, which is like feeling exhausted. Check it out. See that person like blocked behind all kinds of walls and blocked and like mentally, emotionally, physically exhausted. They're all bandaged up. They're just like done. Had it up to here. Freaking done with this. That kind of thing. I'm done with this like vacillation, because now you're shifting into this space of the Magician, baby. You're ready to manifest now. You are ready to manifest your desires and intentions into physical reality. It's time to make magic. It's time to take action is what this is. Taking action in the 3D realm, real physical tangible action, because I see so much of this as the body. See all the cells, how this is like cellular in nature, and this is like muscle striations. That brings to mind the body, the physical realm, something tangible. You're ready to go. You're coming out of the void. Yes. Okay. What does this shift look like for Aries? What does it look like? What does it feel like? What's the point A to point B here? Two more, please. Okay. Yes. I knew this card was going to come out. I just freaking knew it. Wheel of Fortune. I felt it. That's exactly the energy that I felt with like the winds of change, like smelling change on the air. That is Wheel of Fortune energy. When you can just like feel the wheel is turning. Okay, so here's what's coming to an end. I think you've been in a situation, Aries, where you are trying to balance something emotionally. There's a tension going on here between the King of Cups and Death. It's like almost like they're in an argument. Death, by the way, being the bringer of endings, the one who asks you to end something in order to transform, in order to transmute, transcend something. Okay, Death is coming with that Sith, because something needs to end, something needs to be cut out, something needs to finally come to an end so that you can change form. And I think it's this King of Cups is an energy you have been trying to embody. The energy that I'm feeling is like trying to nurture. You're like trying to put on this, like put your focus. It's not put on, because you can nurture. You're a nurturing being. It's not that. It's more that like that's where you've been like putting on the nurturer's hat. Like that's where you've been really focusing your energy. And Death has been over here with the hourglass. Like, okay, but you know I'm coming. You can keep focusing on that, but you know I'm coming. So, okay, you keep doing that, but the reality is like really putting on this hat and like focusing so much on maybe relationships or like emotional stuff is keeping you in this void. It's keeping you from moving forward, and I think it's just exhausting you. Maybe you're doing some sort of emotional labor or some sort of situation that you are emotionally tied to that is just like really not yours to do anymore. And so here it is, coming to an end, bringing that ending that I can feel this, like you're kind of you've been arguing, you've been smelling this on the wind for a long time, and you've been arguing with it a bit, perhaps going in within and having this like tug of war with yourself about like something coming in and being like, you know, you don't need to be focusing on this. It's like the Magician is on the other side of this. This is what it is. The Magician is on the other side of this going, hey, what are you doing? Why are you focusing all your energy there? Come over here. We're trying to build this. We're trying to get this going. We're trying to do this thing over here. But like all your calories are being burned in this emotional situation. Stop it. Okay. And so Death is now coming in. It's now time. And that is what you have known was going to happen for a long time, I think. And it does then bring the wheel of change that you've been smelling in the air. It brings the change on the wind that you've been smelling. And I'm seeing that it's allowing you to expand. Jupiter, expansion. Because the thing about Jupiter is it expands whatever it touches. So if you know, you're putting your expansion energy on this emotional situation, then like that's what's going to continue to expand. You put your energy into this other thing that you're trying to manifest. Maybe it's like what you're trying to create or what you're trying to work on. Then that's what's going to expand. And I can feel that that's now the shift that happens once this comes to an end. It is good despite the fact that ending is very hard. And I can tell that you're going to feel a bit emotional about that, because it's almost like you haven't wanted it to happen, because here you are as the King of Cups, almost like this is your conversation with death. Death is poised and ready, and you're over here like with your hand up. See that? Like, stop, don't do it. Don't end this. I really have a lot of emotions about it. Don't end it. And death is like, you can't stop a natural process. You can't stop the natural process. The winds of change, that is nature. It is going to shift somehow, some way. Okay, Aries? Cool reading so far. So I want to get you a little postcard for the liminal space. Get some guidance for Aries during this shift. That sounded very Midwestern. Oh yeah, get some guidance. Oh shit. Get some guidance for Aries. Anybody? Bueller? Okay. The cloud, it's interesting, more elements. You know, I was feeling the winds, and now here comes the cloud with lightning. It's like lightning. The cloud is also the keeper of data, right? That's how we use it in our technology era, is like the cloud stores all of the data, the Akashic records, if you're into that. And so I think, Aries, you are very tapped in. I think you're very tapped into that cloud, and you've been tapping in to that higher self, you could even call it. So you know, that's why you can smell this change. That's why you knew death was coming. I don't mean literal, by the way. I don't think it's literal. This card is very, very rarely literal death. It's like always talking about an ending and transformation. But sometimes, you know, what do I know? Nature has its ways. Sorry, I just went somewhere. What I was trying to say is you're tapped into this. So that's why you knew this ending has been on its way. That's why you can feel the Sith before it strikes, which is why you've been spending all this time, I wanted to say months, just being like, stop, just hold it off, just like a little bit longer. I really love this thing. Just like, wait. Maybe it can work. Wait. And then here comes the lightning strike. That's what I'm seeing. Coming down out of the cloud, which you kind of knew was coming. Interesting. Okay, I'm getting that there's one more that wants to come out of this deck. So let's see. Anything else for Aries? Is it you? Maybe. Now we got 3. Mood. I think this is just talking about like this whatever this situation is got your moods shifting and changing so much that it's just like really wrapping you up in that emotionally. And I think that's why death is here. That's why the ending is here, because it's like you've got to focus your energy, with your emotional energy all dee-doo, stuck in this container of this relationship or whatever this is, just sort of like globbing around in here with the Magician over here like, hey, I want to expand. Oh, look at this interesting imagery. These, like all of these, this like cellular movement type energy is the same imagery here. Cross deck collaboration, okay? So cool. And the interesting thing is that whatever like emotional situation you found yourself in right now is containing you. It's keeping you small, when in reality, look at how big you are. Once you focus over here and allow this ending to happen, then like poof, you just expand. You bust out of this container and you're like phew, infinitely cellular expansion. Tubular. Yeah. This is very Aries energy. An equal but opposite reaction. So it's like with this, that's actually what I'm feeling about this ending. It's like it's shooting you, this change is expanding you, just as you've been expanding emotionally, which by the way is not like totally purposeless. I don't want to be like, you've been doing this thing and wasting your time. No, it's not that at all. Because I think through this experience, relationship, job, whatever this is, you have expanded emotionally, you like expanded your emotional capacity in this really beautiful way. It's just time now to focus your energy elsewhere, so that I am like not an easily distracted person, and I am all over the place in this reading, which is really interesting. Maybe you've been feeling that way, Aries. Maybe you can relate. Anyway, so you've expanded emotionally, and now it's time to equally expand in an opposite way. It's like the force of this firepower pushing down allows this thing to skyrocket, to bust out of this and come to here. This thing has been great, but it is keeping you small now, and it's time to expand in a much greater way. Ooh, I love it, Aries. Okay, so I'm going to continue this reading in an extended. I'm going to get some clarity. What exactly is this emotional situation that you haven't wanted to end? What does this shift look like? You know, how has it been blocking your way? What does the shift look like? And then what are we working on now? What's the manifestation? What's the expansion? How do we move, going into action now, skyrocketing towards what? All right, so I'm going to keep pulling cards. If you are interested in that extended reading, stick around. I will put a little clip of the extended at the end of this video so that you can just have a little glimpse into that and see if that seems like it's going to continue to resonate for you. And if it is, and you'd like to view that, follow the link below over to my Patreon, where you can view that reading for as little as $11.11. All right. Either way, if you would like to support the channel, something you can do right now is just click the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It'll just help me to grow the work that I'm doing here, and I deeply appreciate you doing that and showing support. So thanks for watching, Aries, for tuning in. I will be in touch throughout the month of October, so stay tuned, and we'll talk soon. I knew it. I knew it. Work, baby. This is something to do with what you are trying to create. This is all about what you're trying to make out in the world, like your life purpose, what you are really supposed to be co-creating here with the universe. This is like 3, mind, body, spirit. Co-creation, all systems go, focusing on building this thing now. Yeah, this could be something artistic. This could be building something spiritual. Okay. Hell yeah. So this is like, this could also be talking about, whatever this is, your art, your work, your creation, this thing that you are focusing on building. Perhaps it's time now to partner with the right people, partner with the right institutions, partner with the right folks to all work together now to build this. Because perhaps before you've been trying to manifest this all on your own. You don't have to do it alone. It's trying to do everything on your own where you get overwhelmed and you get stuck. You feel like you're trying to create something massive, you know, giving birth in a void. No way. No way. It takes a lot of people to bring life into this world.